Welcome back, everyone. This is Mike Brookman with Radan. Today, we're going to be taking a look at how to fold a part up from flat into Radan 3D. Let's dive in. Well, in the example we have on the screen right now, perhaps you work in a job shop and you get files sent to you all the time. And sometimes they'll have extra information on it, like this one does with the bend lines, and sometimes they don't. If they do, as long as they're dashed like these, when we check the geometry, Radan's going to ignore it while it does its geometry checks. To bend this up from flat, we can create a template. We can tell it, like it is in my case, the geometry is in pen 1, an up bend is in pen 3, a down bend is in pen 4, a bend default radius of 60 thou, a default bend angle of 90 degrees, etc. So we can save this, which I'm just going to cancel this away. Because in order for that to work, we need to then change my lines to be in those colors. So let's just do that. Come over here to the guy holding the paper, to the edit common properties, and we're going to change pen color to green, and we're going to say these are up bends. I'm going to change pen color to blue, pen 4, say those are down bends. Then when I go back to my upfold from template, I can confirm that's what I've done, and I click OK, and it's done it for me. So it's added that information. I can see now when I click on this, it's highlighting this bend and this bend are my blue down bends, and those 4 are my up bends. So from there, I just simply click fold up. It's going to ask me if I want to upfold. I'll say sure. Just doing a little dance over here, reading my bends. Successfully created a 3D upfold. That's great. Now I'm going to click on 3D. I'm going to say, yeah, save my changes to my part. And there's my part in Radan 3D. Well, that's worked really well. From there, then I can pass it over to Radan, or maybe that was the goal, just having a 3D model for either visual aid or what this part looked like being produced, or whatever your reason would be. I'm going to go back to new, clear that away. I'm going to come back into part mode. All right, let's look at another example. Let's go to this one. Another example of what you might get coming to you in a job shop, right? All of the geometry is in a single color, but this time, at least they've noted what gets bent up and what gets bent down. So then you could use your template again and then just make the lines the right color. Again, notice that these are all 90-degree bends, so our template would work if we had a template set up to do our default of 90 degrees. So let's take a look at yet another example. So if we go to this guy. In this example, it may be like a bus bar. It was kind of the customer to send us the bend lines and the information of what happens to them, but this doesn't match our template. Our template just does 90 degrees. So even if we added color, the color would override this information and it would just bend it up in 90 degrees. So the way we get around that, we still need to add the color, but we'll also need to add in the bend information. So here, we're going to say, I'm going to add 2 things. We're going to say, let's go up 75 degrees, so a positive 75. Select my line. Whoops, I wanted to add a bend radius of 60 thou, so we'll just add that as well. So as you can see, it starts building it over here on the right. And then I need to go down 15 degrees, up 30 degrees, down 75, up 75. Just working my way across here. Thankfully, the customer has put this information on there for me, so I don't have to read it off a print. And then down 90 degrees. There we go. I'm also going to add the color to that so we know which way we're going up and down. So up is my green. Up bends are green. Down bends are blue. And then we'll say upfold. Does a little dance over here as it reads my bends. Successfully did it. Switch to 3D, save my part. Yes, that way it keeps my bend data attached to it. And there's my part. It's simple as that, guys. This was a lot of fun, and this has been Mike Brookman with Radan. If you like that, guys, there's always more coming. Please consider subscribing. We'll see you in the next one.